Welcome back to the next video, my dear children. Greetings. So learn the concepts from the previous videos so you can easily understand and answer these questions which is given in the lesson matter. My dear children, you can take notes from this video and you can copy down all the question and answers to your classwork note. So it will be very beneficial in order to learn the topics easily. Now let us go to the next topic, that is next subtitle, that is match the following. So we have given atom, element, compounds, molecules. So we are going to match this tabular column. Now what is atom? So we will see building block of matter, atoms of different kinds, atoms of same kind, smallest unit of substance. So before we see all these things, let us see what is the question given here: atom, element, compound, molecules. So which is suitable? So let us see first one, whichever we know. So element is made up of atoms of same kind. So we will mark this as a second one. Okay. Now the next is compound. Compound is made up of atoms of different kind. So this is 3. The next one is atom. So atom we can represent, it's a smallest unit of a substance. Am I right? Smallest unit of a substance. And then so we'll go with the 1 is D. Okay, 1 will be D. So this one will be fourth one. Molecule is building block of matter. Yes. So this is 4. So 1 D. Okay. 2 C and 3 B and 4 A. So the answer will be C. Right? Now go to the next one, that is identify the state of matter based on the arrangement of the molecules. So A is nothing but gas, B is solid, C is liquid. So A is gas, B is solid, C is liquid. So the answer is A option. So the answer will be A. Right? Now go to the next slide, that is yes, very short answers we're going to see in this video. Now what is called ductility? It's a very simple idea, my dear children. The ductility can be drawn, metals can be drawn into thin wires. This property is called ductility. Example: copper wires, aluminum wires, even iron wires we have. So all these are example of the property of ductility. So ductile is nothing but metal can be drawn into thin wires. Come to the next one, that is write the constituent elements and their symbols of the following compounds. Say they are not supposed to use this word symbol, instead they have to use formula. Write the constituent elements and their symbols. Okay, and their symbol means element symbol they are asking. So we will write down carbon monoxide. So carbon monoxide, and the formula will be carbon monoxide. CO is the formula. Carbon and oxygen are the constituent elements. The symbol for carbon is C, right? Capital C. Whereas the symbol for oxygen is capital O. So these are things we have to write down. Similarly, washing soda they are given. Washing soda is nothing but sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate Na2CO3. The constituent elements are sodium, carbon and oxygen. So we will write these symbols all together. So sodium, the symbol is Na, the carbon is capital C and oxygen is capital O. Now next, come back to the next one. Write the symbol for the following elements. Oxygen is O, gold. Gold, the symbol is derived from Latin name called arum, so Au. Calcium is Ca, cadmium is Cd. Iron, again derived from Latin name called ferrum, so it is Fe. These are the symbols of these elements. Come back to the next question. Fourth one, name the two soft metal that can be cut with knife. Yes, we have seen as an exception in the last video. So exception here is sodium and potassium, which are soft enough to cut by knife, to be cut by the knife. Now, which of the non-metal is essential for our life? Fifth question, all living beings inhale it during breathing. The answer is oxygen. Oxygen we breathe. The next one, sixth one, why are bells made up of metals? So we know that when two metals hit each other, they produce a typical sound, clink sound. That property makes this make the metals used in the making of temple bells. Now, on being hit, the metal produces typical sound. They are said to be sonorous. This property is being used in the making temple bells. This is the answer we have to understand. Now, the seventh one, what does the chemical symbol represent? So, when I say oxygen, so it represents oxygen elements and as well as one atom of oxygen. So, the same thing. It represents name of the element and one atom of that element. So, if I say O, which stands for element of oxygen or one atom of oxygen. The next one, give two examples for metalloids. Okay, what are metalloids? Which has the property of both metals and non-metals. The examples like boron, silicons, arsenic, germanium, antimony, tellurium and polonium. These are the example of any two. If you give, that's fine. So I've given all. Next is mention any three compounds that exist in liquid state. Obviously we'll go with water. It's made up of hydrogen and oxygen. H2O is a symbol, and hydrochloric acid HCl, hydrogen and chlorine, and nitric acid, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen. HNO3 is the answer. Next question. So 10th one, we are moving on to the last one. Write down any three properties of metalloids. So the properties of metalloids, if you watch, metals all are solid at room temperature. So they can form alloy with other metals. Some metalloids such as silicon and germanium are used in the electrical conductors. Under specific conditions, they are called as semiconductors. And silicon, for example, appears as luster, but it's not malleable, not ductile. So it is much poorer conductor of heat and electricity, but under suitable conditions, specific condition, they can be transformed into good conductors. Next is the physical property of metalloids tend to be like metallic, whereas chemical property like non-metal. So these any three property you can choose and you can write. So I hope this video will be very helpful in learning the book back exercises. I hope you'll be finding more easy. So copy down these notes in your classwork. So it will be very beneficial for you to study for the exams. Do subscribe for more videos. The chemistry concepts made easy here. Thank you, my dear children. Keep watching. Thank you.